be going live right now. So let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I think people are supposed to be logging on now. I just enabled the live button, so we should be live, everyone. Let me know if you can hear and if you can see me. That would be great. I see already, if I'm looking to that side, it means I'm looking at the chat. I see that already the first couple of people are already logging on, quite a few actually, and I'm excited. So if you can hear me, let me know whether you can hear me, whether you can see me as well. So give me a yes. I already see quite a few people saying yes, that's good. Dan, Salvador, Marine, Salvador, Kreij, like there's actually a lot more. It's going fast now. Paul, Car, like Tony, I cannot actually keep up, but I'm excited that all of you are here, and I'm assuming people are still logging on, but I'm not going to wait for that because I like to dive right into the action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my screen. Let me just do that right now, and we're going to get started. I'm excited. All right, screen share. Let me just. You should be seeing some falls right now. All right, so we are going to talk today about how to collect 17,000 email subscribers from scratch in less than 30 days. And best of all, do it without spending a dime on advertising. So that's the goal. That's the goal today. So the goal for today is, like, if you don't have an email list right now, by the end of this call, you're going to have all the resources and everything that you need to start an email list, to have an email list. I mean, if you don't have an email list, it means that you don't have an online business, right? If you're not making the kind of potential that you could be making. And I promise you that by the end of this webinar, you're going to have everything you need to either start your build your email list, or if you already have an email list, I'm going to empower you to triple that list for you. So all of that, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do this. And I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm just going to show you exactly what's working for me. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it, so you can then implement it into your own business as well. And because I think it's pretty awesome that you're all here with me live, I'm gonna do something I think cool. So if you're gonna stay till the end, I'm gonna give you Opt-in, and Opt-in is our upcoming WordPress plugin, and it allows you to create all kinds of email opt-in forms onto your website. So, for example, pop-ups, fly-ins, below posts, inline, like all kinds of opt-in forms into your website. It has a bunch of templates, over 100 templates. It includes split testing and all of that. Like it's an awesome plugin, and you're going to get that for free if you stay till the end of this webinar. So if you stay here live, I'm going to give you the exact download link, and you can start playing around with it right away. So in return, I'm sort of asking for a favor from your end as well, and that is that during this call, I want to ask for your attention. I mean, what I'm going to share here today, I really believe that if you implement this, what I'm going to share today in your business or in your soon-to-be business, is going to change your life. It's going to change your business. So all I'm asking in return is to turn off your cell phone, turn off Facebook, just have your full attention right here now. Awesome. So let's dive in. So why am I so obsessed with list building? I mean, this training call is all about list building, right? Growing our email list. Now, for that, I actually have to go a few years back, I guess. So I've been working online since 2002, which in online terms is quite a long time. And during that time, I tried and tested pretty much every strategy out there, right? Like there's a bunch, like I'm assuming that you guys and girls actually, you see a lot of strategies, you hear about them. Now, during that time, since 2002, I tried pretty much all of them, I think. And at some point, I got pretty good at specifically Google AdWords. Like this was back in the day. And I started to do really, really well with that, at least relatively speaking. At that time, I thought I was doing really, really well. So I was doing around $50,000 in month in revenue, of which roughly 30,000 was like profit, right? So, and this was, I think, 2010 from the top of my head. So I was a young guy, and I felt like the king of the world. And then one day, well, let's just say Google AdWords shut down my account. So I was back to zero, literally overnight. Now, and I don't want to bore you with my story of how I got here, but what I do want to tell you that is I've actually had it multiple times where my traffic just stopped, and from one day I was just thinking like, oh yeah, it's going great, and I got an online business, and I was feeling like, I don't know, I was feeling like like I said, the king of the world. And then the next moment, I just had to start over from scratch again. And I realized that that's really because I was always just focusing on driving traffic, but I never really had an audience to rely on, right? So and from that point onwards, I started focusing on building up an email list. And I remember when I started building my email list for the very first time, and after a few months, I had a couple thousand email addresses. I mean, not a major list. I think from the top of my head, it was roughly 2,000 email addresses. And I sent out an email, and this was without knowing how to sell, right? I didn't even, like, all I said was basically like, hey, if you want to have this, you can get it, right? And I did over $10,000 in sales within the first 24 hours. And for me, that was insane. For me, that literally changed my life, because this was at a point that I was not making any money online. I was like, my business literally stopped. This was right after the Google AdWords slap. And just being able to send out an email to some, to subscribers, to email subscribers, and making that amount of, for me, that was insane. I've personally never seen an opportunity like that. But to be completely honest with you, and I know, like, especially all these online folks are always focusing on, hey, you make money and blah, blah, blah. But for me, I think the biggest impact it had is that it was sort of like a relief, right? Instead of having to always focus on finding new ways to drive traffic, now I had just an audience to rely on. And for me, that's just, it removed a lot of stress. And for me, I think that's even more important than making money, right? Just knowing that you have that audience to rely on, knowing that you don't have to always go and drive more traffic and do all of that. So for me, that was, I mean, I don't know about you, what's going to be more important for you, but for me, just being able to rely on that audience or rely on that email list, that really changed my life. So altogether, a list-based business, that's what I like to call it, a list-based business, an email list-based business, is, I think, the greatest lifestyle business you can build, right? I mean, you can run it from anywhere in the world, and you can basically make money on demand by just sending out an email, and every time you do something in the future, if you're going to create a new product, or if you're going to start a new project, then everything becomes incredibly easy because you have an audience to rely on, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Awesome. So altogether, what it really comes down to, like, if you're building an online business, you just need to have an email list, right? That's really the core of all of this. So real quick, who is this guy who's talking to you right now? Well, my name, I should probably have introduced myself first, but my name is Wilco de Kreij, in case we haven't met before. I'm from the Netherlands. Like I said, I've been starting selling online since 2002, and I've been doing this full-time for over the last just over 10 years now. And I currently own multiple multi-million-dollar businesses. Not that I think that's really important, but what's important is that all my businesses, they mainly rely on email traffic. And the best thing is, like, here on the right-hand side, you actually see my wife, which at that point was not yet my wife. It was actually a couple days before I asked her to marry me, and she said yes, which is awesome. So right now she's my wife, and that's actually in Argentina, when we were traveling the world. And over the last 8 years or so, I've been traveling over 33 countries, and that's not really important for this, but I'm a big fan of traveling, and I wanted to at least add something in about, being personal, or about me, basically, because I'm just a travel junkie. And I think really just having an email list based business allows me to do that. Now, let's dive into the content, because that's what we are all here for, right? So why did I create this training? Now, I've been doing list building since 2010, so that's right after that AdWords slap happened. And what I always did, or like ever since that point, is basically I send traffic. I have some kind of traffic, and I send it into an opt-in form, right? This could be, for example, a sidebar on a blog, or could be a webinar sign-up page, or it could just be a lead page. And then people sign up, and then they go to the thank you page. Now, let me ask you a question. Who is doing it like this, or thinks this is the way they do it? Who thinks that you need to send traffic to some kind of an opt-in form where people can enter their email address, and then they go to a thank you page, right? Always. Who does it like this, or thinks this is the way to do it? I mean, I've been doing it since 2010 like that for quite a bit of time, actually. And it's good, but not great. Let's put it like that. Like, it works, but it works to a certain extent. So I actually discovered how to do this the smart way. And that's what I want to share with all of you today in this training call. So since I actually figured it all out, and like once again, I'm going to share that with all of you. Since I figured it all out, I grew my list over the last 12 months more than the 5 years prior to that. So over the last 12 months, the last 1 year, I grew my email list more than 5 years prior to that. So I used to grow my business with around 20 to 30% per year, which I think is pretty good. But last year, I quadrupled my business. And that's pretty much a fancy way of saying I more than 4x'd the revenue and profits of my business because I've been able to grow my email list that fast. Now, all of this, I've been doing this using a traffic strategy that cannot be shut down. I mean, like I just told you, I was earlier on, I was focusing on Google AdWords. And I was focusing on Google AdWords where all my traffic went down. Well, what I'm doing right now, there's no one who could, even if they try to, take that traffic source away from me. And that's once again what I'm going to share with all of you. So I know how much it changed my life, and that's what I want for you. And that's really why I'm creating this training webinar. Now, obviously, I just have to say is right, the results are not typical. I mean, I can only show you what's working for me. I can only show you what other people are using as well to get results. But if you don't like, it's not like, oh yeah, you just push a button and it's going to work. Like as with everything in your business, as with everything with online marketing, you'll have to put in the work, you have to put in the effort in order to get results. I just wanted to make that clear. I mean, if you're looking for a get rich quick kind of scheme or whatever, then I'd suggest to just close this webinar right now, because that's not what you're going to get. This is for real business people, who want to grow their business to the next level. This is not we're not joking around here or anything like that. So I just wanted to make that clear. So I'm going to share today 3 secrets with all of you, and I call them looping, the multiplier, and zero incentive. So secret number 1, looping, and this is something that every business should have, these kind of loops in their business. So this, by adding these loops into your business, this immediately increases the amount of leads that you're going to get into your business. And all it takes is 2 simple lines of code. I'm going to show you that. And using these loops, you'll be able to easily double the conversion rates on your opt-in forms while getting higher quality leads at the same time. So I'm going to show you that in the first secret. The second secret is what I call the multiplier. And this is something that will quite literally multiply your email list. So some of the so-called gurus, they have been teaching things that seems great, but it's actually a very risky thing to do. So I'm going to show you exactly what that is, and more importantly, how to fix it. And when you apply this, then you'll be able to multiply the amount of leads that you'll be getting at an instant. And yes, I can, and I will prove that to you. And the third one is what I call the zero incentive. So this one is might be even my favorite, actually, because this is the fastest way that I've ever seen for anyone to build an email list in a niche without having to spend a dime on advertising, or without needing to have a website to begin with, right? So if I would start building a list in the next 10 minutes within a certain niche, I mean, dog training, health niche, the B2B niche, like golf, personal development, whatever it is, I could get started right away using this, using what I'm going to share in that secret. So you don't even need to create a lead magnet or existing traffic to get started with this. So let's get started. Looping, the first secret. So this is, like I just told you, this is how I used to do it, right? I used to send traffic to an opt-in form, and I've tried all kinds of things, right? On a blog, in your sidebar, but also like webinar sign-up pages or full-page lead pages, for example. But what happens if the traffic stops? I mean, I've experienced that multiple times. And as soon as the traffic stops, you won't get any leads anymore, right? That's obvious. And it's not really a matter of whether it will stop, but it's more like a matter of when it will stop, right? I mean, SEO algorithm changes, accounts, Facebook ads accounts get shut down, or maybe just the ad costs are too expensive to keep your ads running. But one way or another, at some point, you're gonna have to invest in finding new traffic sources, because your existing traffic sources are just not gonna work anymore. But even if your traffic would magically never stop, then even the best case scenario would be that your sidebar on average would convert at 1%. Your welcome mat, if you have a welcome mat, converts on average at 2%, and a landing page on average between 20 and 25%. Now, of course, you can push that, right? You can push that to, let's say, 40, maybe even 50% if you're like a genius. 40% would already be stretching it, but that would, if you get it at 40 or 50%, then you have a really good landing page. But let's just say you have a landing page and it converts at 25%, right? Where people can just enter their email address and you're going to start sending traffic to that, right? So you send traffic to an opt-in page, and when you send 100 visitors in there, then it's going to result in 25 email subscribers. Now that's not really rocket science. But what if I could tell you that, like, let me ask you a question first, actually. Who wants to double their opt-in conversion rates today? Like, give me a yes if you want to double your opt-in conversion rates. If you want me to show you a trick on how you can actually double the amount of leads that you're going to get from the same amount of visitors, right? Give me a yes. Cool, awesome. So in order to explain that, I actually have to go a few years back, because when I first started doing this whole list building thing, I actually did an experiment. So I made a tiny tweak to the system that I just showed you. So if we go back to what you're seeing here, I made a tiny tweak, and what I did is this. So what I did, I sent traffic to an opt-in form. People signed up, and then on the thank you page, I said, hey, here's the thing that you wanted. But you know what? If you're gonna share this with your friends, you're also gonna download. You can also download this ebook that I have for you. So what I did was I sort of bribed them. I said, hey, you want to get this ebook? Share this with your friends, and then they will actually. Then once you've shared it on Facebook, then you're gonna get this download. Then this download link will automatically appear, right? And if they share that, their friends, they're gonna get to see a link back to the opt-in form. So these people, their friends, are going back into the opt-in form, obviously. So what do you think happened? Like, do you think this gave me a massive amount of leads of new subscribers right away? Like, do you think that would, like, this was like the magic bullet? I see quite a few people are saying yes, actually. Well, actually, no. I was hoping for it, but the results were okay. I got over 100 shares within the first week, which was pretty awesome, right? I never really experienced that many people actually sharing a page of mine, because, like I said, I had no audience to begin with. So getting 100 people to actually share it was pretty awesome. But still, it was not really the kind of results I was hoping for. But it was enough to get my attention, right? I got extra subscribers, but it was not like it was not a home run. Let's put it like that. And I saw actually various flaws in this system. I mean, people, they wanted to have that ebook that I offered, but I saw people, they were just deleting their message, so they shared it with their friends on Facebook, and then right after they deleted it because all they wanted to have was that ebook, and they didn't really want to share that message with their friends, or they just shared it on a fake account, or and even if they would not, like, even if they would genuinely share it, they would only share it once, and within no time the message will be gone from their Facebook timeline from their friends, and like it was not gonna give me that much extra traffic, right? And that's when I thought of a company who already had figured this out. I mean, I was trying this out, I was doing an experiment, and then I thought, hey, there's this company that I'm pretty sure all of you know, actually, and they figured this out exactly. Now, let me know, which company do you think this is, and also let me know, how did you ever hear of them? Like, where did you get it from? Did you find them on Google, or where did you find them from? Let me know in the chat. Exactly, Dropbox. And I see already some people telling me in the chat, like, they got it from a friend. Exactly, because Dropbox did something really, really clever, actually, because they were sort of struggling to grow their business. It sounds crazy, but it's actually true. I did a lot of research on them. They were not able to really grow their business, and then they did something really, really clever, right? So they gave every one of the users their own unique invite link. So every single user got their own unique link, and they automatically kept track if someone would actually sign up to that link, right? And then they said to all of the users, hey, share this link with your friends, and every single time one of your friends signs up, you're going to get extra storage. So you're going to get extra benefits inside your Dropbox account. So what they did was they were bribing their audience. They said, hey, if your friends actually sign up, then you're going to get this extra value from us, which in this case was extra storage inside their Dropbox account. And because they didn't ask for a share, they didn't say, hey, if you share this, you're going to get access. No, they actually needed their friends to sign up, and that made all the difference, right? So this way, they gave a sense of accountability, because now every single one of the Dropbox users had the exact same goal as the business had, to get more people to actually sign up, to actually enter in their name and email address, right? And because of that, people started to do crazy things. They started sharing their links not just on Facebook, but all over, like on various social media networks, obviously, but also on blogs and also by email, sending it to their colleagues, posting it anywhere where they could think of, because they wanted to get as many people to sign up through their unique invite link, right? And they also started sharing it multiple times. I mean, they didn't just share it once on Facebook and then thought, well, sure. No, what people actually started doing is, a couple of days later, they started sharing it again to make sure that all of their friends would actually see it, and they would get more and more and more of those benefits, right? So, and altogether, also people started convincing their friends in their own voice. So, for example, I'm from the Netherlands. I remember, like, I didn't get a standard message from, people didn't just share a standard message from Dropbox. Now, people actually wrote it in Dutch, in my own language, to try to convince me to sign up through their link, right? People were actually promoting Dropbox, all because they had their own unique invite link that, with a bribe attached to it. So if people would sign up through their link, then they would get extra benefits. They would get something of value, right? So that's really, I love it. I mean, oh, sorry, I actually had this slide. I should have had this slide. My apologies for that. I was just talking about this slide. My apologies for that. But you know what, Dropbox, like this could, like, at first I thought, well, maybe Dropbox got sort of like lucky, right? Maybe it was just Dropbox who did it. And then I started doing some more research, and I actually noticed that quite a few companies use this exact same method, right? So for example, Harry's, it's a shaving brand, a shaving company. When they started, they did the exact same thing. So first of all, you had to enter your email address, because obviously they wanted to build their list. Everyone wants to build their email list. And then right after, every single subscriber got their own unique invite link. And if you got enough of your friends to actually sign up, you're going to get extra benefits. Now, Tim Ferriss actually wrote about this exact case study, how they actually gathered over 100,000 email addresses in 1 week. I mean, if you Google for that, you'll find the article. Actually, do that later on. But it's actually a pretty good case study. But I mean, can you imagine? They set this system up, and because they have their own, they're giving out these unique invite links. People start promoting their business for them, creating an army of people desperate to promote their business, and they gathered over 100,000 email addresses in a single week. I mean, to me, that's nuts, right? That's insane. So altogether, this is all because of a loop, right? All because of a loop. So instead of having the form that we had before, where we just sent traffic to an opt-in form and then send them to a thank you page, I mean, that's the old way of doing it. Well, instead, you're not just going to say, hey, right, thank you for signing up. Please go check your inbox. No, that's insane. I mean, if they enter their email address into your opt-in form, they are engaged, and that is actually the best time to get them to share something, right? So if you then give them something, as sort of like a bribe, say, hey, you want to get this, for example, an ebook or a discount coupon, something else that they might want to have, and you say, hey, but you know what? If you're only going to get this if, for example, 3 of your friends actually sign up, and you give them their own unique invite link. And now, from those 25 people who opted in, so you sent in 100 people into your opt-in page, 25% actually signs up. Now, let's say 5 people then thinks, hey, I want to have this, and 5 people start sharing, and they get 5 of their friends to sign up, right? That means that those original 100 visitors actually resulted in 50 subscribers, right? Instead of just those 25, because those 25 people, they're going to be the ones that are going to promote your business. And obviously, those new people who signed up, they're going to see that exact same message. And that's why I call it a loop, because it's going into a loop. It's going, people sign up, they start sharing, and then these new people sign up and they start sharing, etc., etc. Now, actually, I've actually been doing more research, and I noticed that all the major companies are doing this. I mean, I'm pretty sure you recognize these companies. I mean, Uber, for example, Airbnb, Evernote, they're all doing it. Now, why do you think they do that? Like, why do you think that all these major companies are using this exact system? Do you think they do it because they saw Dropbox do it and they thought, well, it might be cool? Or do you think they do it because it actually works insanely well? I think you can answer that for yourself, right? So this works insanely well. And the best thing is that it's not just that you're going to get extra leads, right? There's not just that they're going to get extra people to sign up. But best of all is that if if let's say I sign up somewhere and I get my own unique invite link and I send that to my friends. Well, you know what the quality of the leads are going to be. It's going to be way better, because when something is recommended by a friend, we're significantly more likely to actually buy or to actually trust them instead of spending hours on research or competitor shopping. We just go with a friend's recommendation, right? I mean, when something is referred by a friend, it's warm traffic and it's way easier to convert. And altogether, I've actually looked it up. 92% of consumers trust recommendations from friends above all other forms of advertising. So instead of you having to advertise on Facebook or somewhere else, now you're going to get an army of people who are promoting your site for them, and they're promoting it to their friends. So everyone is going to get a message from their friend saying, hey, you should check this out. And they're going to be way more inclined to trust you before they've even visited your website, which is awesome. And for that reason, the quality of the leads is way higher as well. So when I first realized all of this, I thought, like, wow, these growth loops, I like to call them growth loops, viral loops, however you want to call them, but they rock, right? I mean, like, this is like, all right, I might be, you might be thinking I'm a bit of a nerd, but this really excites me. I love this kind of stuff. Doing marketing basically smarter than everybody else, right? I love this kind of stuff. So when I first realized this, when I first saw this potential, I was more than convinced that these invite link based referral campaigns, they rock. So I went looking online to, how do I set this up, because I wanted to do this as well. And I realized that the only way to create this was to spend tens of thousands of dollars to actually get this created myself, right? It was not something that exists. I mean, Dropbox has it, but they build it themselves, and Evernote and all these other big companies. So I started thinking, like, wow, that's weird, right? So I actually did exactly that. I started building that. So I built a team and we started to work, and we actually created an online platform, which we call UpViral, that creates and manages all of these viral referral campaigns from A to Z, right? So best of all, it does it in a way that every non-techie person can set this up within minutes. So after we started building the system, I actually took it to the test. So back in 2012, I set up a simple 2-page website. So it was just 2 pages, nothing fancy or anything like that. One opt-in page, people signed up, and then on the thank you page, I had this exact same thing, right? I had just a unique invite link where people could actually get a bribe in order to, if they would have to share with their friends, and if 5 of their friends would sign up, then they would actually get their download, right? I did anything else. After I set it up on day one. I did not promote it. I did not spend run Facebook ads to it or anything like that. And I set this up in 2012. Like, that's a long time ago, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure. Especially in online terms, it's a long time ago. And I think you'll agree with me that if I set up, for example, a Facebook campaign in 2012, it's going to dry out. If I do SEO in 2012, it's going to dry out. Like, every kind of thing you can do in 2012, it's going to dry out. Now, what do you think happened after that time? These are the statistics from Google Analytics. And as you can see, the traffic never stopped. And best of all, I got over 661 different referrals. And for those of you who are not as familiar with Google Analytics, it actually counts every site as one referral. So Facebook is 1, Twitter is 1. Actually, Facebook might be 3 because you have like the mobile Twitter. It's different from the mobile Facebook is different from the web-based Facebook, but just a few basically. So 661 different websites where I got traffic from. And why do you think that is? Well, because they started promoting this website everywhere they could. I mean, on forums, on blogs, on like everywhere they could. And it never stopped, because every single time people signed up, they saw it, they started sharing it, and then new people saw it, because their friends referred them to it, and they signed up, and that cycle just kept on going and going and going. So if you look on Twitter, for example, you'll see people sharing this exact site continuously every single year. Right now, it's slowed down a bit. It's not as active as it was in the past, but it's still being shared. So this site is actually called WP Pinner. It was a WordPress plugin that I was working on. We collected over 25,000 subscribers. I mean, not a major lot, but still 25,000 subscribers, all because people started sharing it and they kept sharing. New people came in, they shared, new people came in, they shared, etc., etc. So all because this exact loop, right? So this is something that you should implement in any opt-in form that you currently have. I mean, I just showed it on a full lead page, but every opt-in page, every opt-in form that you have. I mean, Doesn't matter if it's, for example, a webinar sign-up page, or if it is a sidebar in your blog, or if you have anything anywhere else in your business where people can enter their email address. If you're not adding such a viral loop right after that opt-in form, you're missing out on a bunch of traffic. So what you need to do is you need to give them something of value. So like, for example, a coupon code or anything like that, where you're sort of like bribing them and saying, hey, if you want to get this, all you need to do is get 3 or, for example, 5 of your friends to sign up as well, and then you're going to get access to that, right? I mean, wouldn't it be great if you'd be building up your email list while at the same time building up an army of people desperate to promote your site and get even more people to enter and sign up to your email list? Wouldn't that be great? Give me a yes. And all I'm always just giving one. Someone's asking, hey, how many free gifts do you end up giving away for each person? Just one. That's the thing. I could even do less than that. I'll get to that later on, because you don't even have to give everyone a gift. I'll get to that in, later on in this presentation. So you don't need to, like this, you don't have, if you don't want to create something to give away, you don't even have to. I'll show you that later on. So this is what, like I said, this is something that you need to add into your business, right? Now, next, I want to talk about the multiplier, right? This is actually my second secret that I think is going to make a big impact into your business. And before that, I actually want to ask you a question. I'm actually serious about this one. Do you, like, right now, do you know what the perfect opt-in page looks like? I mean, do you know what the perfect headline is that you could write? Do you know what the perfect call to action button is that you could come up with? Like, what's the best perfect opt-in page that you could create? And with perfect, I mean the highest converting one, obviously. Right? Do you know that? Exactly. It's good. I got a smart audience, actually, because most people actually say no. The smart people actually say no to this question. That's good. I like it. And the reason why, if you're smart, you're saying no, is because, like, I mean, if you're gonna guess what works, that's dangerous, right? I've seen actually the so-called gurus. They say, hey, you need to copy funnels. You know, you need to see what others are doing. But what makes you think that the person whose funnel you're actually copying doesn't have mistakes in it? I mean, what makes you think that that's actually the perfect funnel, or the perfect opt-in page? I mean, copying pages, copying funnels is good, but it ain't great, right? You might be copying mistake after mistake after mistake. So what if I could show you a legitimate way that's going to take you less than a minute to set up and statistically prove it's going to multiply your email list size and your business along with it for years to come? Is that 1 minute, or like whatever? Let's say it's 10 minutes, right? Let's say it's 10 minutes. Is that 10 minutes of your time a good investment if that would multiply your email list? I mean, I think it is, right? But the problem is we sort of became lazy. And yes, that includes me sometimes as well. But it's actually costing you a lot more than you think. So what am I talking about? I'm actually talking about this real scary thing called split testing. And I mean, it sounds like a lot of hard work, but it's actually not, right? Especially if you're using UpViral, it's incredibly easy to set up. But before I'll show you how to do it, I want to dive into some numbers first, because I think it's going to blow your mind, actually. So in the old situation where we send traffic to an opt-in page, right? It's like if you would split test that, you would create 2 different opt-in pages, or 2 different lead pages, for example, each with their own headline, or each with their own call to action, for example. And then you run a split test, which means that, you know, every at random, a visitor is either going to see version number A or version B, and then the tool or the system that you're using, they're going to keep track to see which one converts best. And after a while, you know exactly, all right, this one is the best one, so you know that one is actually converting better than the other one. Sure thing. Now, let's say you're testing 2 things out, and one turns out to convert at 25%, the other one at 35%. So that means if you send in 100 visitors to option A, you get 25 subscribers, and to option B, you get 35 subscribers. Once again, not really rocket science. And so this means that you're gonna get 10 extra subscribers from every 100 visitors, which is actually a 40% improvement. Now, that's good, right? 40% improvement is good. It's good. Now, in the new situation, right? Let me just go back. So in the new situation, what you will have is you will have an opt-in page, and you will have the thank you page where you get people to actually share, right? Now, what you can actually do is, instead of just testing out which opt-in page gets most people to sign up, which is obviously a difference, right? Like you have different headlines, for example. So opt-in page A might be different than opt-in page B. But you know what? Like what you're going to put in your thank you page is going to influence on how likely people are going to be to share. I mean, it's not like you're going to send people to your thank you page and every single person is going to be willing to share your message. That's not the case, right? It's always a percentage of people who are going to be willing to share your message. Some will not be interested, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But how do you know which page or which language will actually get your audience to share your message for you? I mean, you could just guess, right? You could just guess, well, I think this is going to be the best one, but that's not what we want. So what we want to do is you want to create, for example, 2 different opt-in pages so you can test and measure which one converts best, and also set up 2 different thank you pages with a different language. So you're going to describe your bribe differently, and you're going to measure which one gets people to actually share your message with their friends. That's pretty awesome, right? So in this new situation, let's say, just hypothetical, you create 2 opt-in pages. One converts at 25%, the other one at 35%, and then the thank you page, the first one gets actually 10% of the people to actually sign up. So once they've to share. So once they've signed up to your opt-in form, then 10% of those people are going to think, yes, I'm gonna actually share this with my friends. The other one, though, is actually written better, or it convinces the bribe better, or whatever reason it is. But you get 20% of the people to actually share with all their friends. Once again, just some examples, right? Now, let's say you would just, for option A, opt-in version A, and thank you A. If you would just go for that, you would not split test. You would just go for that, and you think, sure, and it's going to be fine. Then I don't need this. What's going to happen is this. So, after the first cycle, and I actually call it cycles because, once again, it's going into a loop. People are sharing it, and then their friends are going to sign up, and then those people are going to, that's the second cycle. Then they are going to sign up, and then they're going to share it, and then their friends are going to sign up. That's the third cycle. So the first cycle, you send 100 people to this opt-in form, and 25% signs up. So that means 25 leads, and that means that like roughly 2.5 shares. I'll just put 2.5 because on a larger scale, obviously you cannot have a share, but just stick with me. It's just for a demonstration right here. So that would mean from those 100 people, you're going to get 25 leads, and you're also going to get 50 new visitors. Let's say that every share is worth 20 visitors, right? If someone shares it, let's say 20 people click on the message on average. Just hypothetical for the sake of this demonstration. Now, the second cycle, those 50 people that were just referred, 13 people are going to sign up, right? 25%, which means 1.3 shares, which means 26 visitors. And then the next cycle, just going to continue. 7 new leads. It's going to, and then you're going to get 40 new visitors, and then 3 new leads. So altogether, it means that you are going to get from those 100 visitors that you send in, you're going to get 47 leads, 25 leads directly, and then you're going to get roughly 47, 48 leads, depending on how you round up altogether, right? And that's good. That's, once again, good, but not great. Now, this would happen if you would just start guessing. Now, let's say you split test, and then you find out that option B actually converts way better for both the opt-in page and also the thank you page. Could also have been B, opt-in page B, and thank you A, but in this case, let's say the bottom one actually wins on both ends. So now you've split tested this, and you send in 100 people, and 35% actually signs up, right? It's 35 leads. And then let's say 20% of those people will actually share. That's 7 shares, which means 140 visitors that you're going to get back. Cycle number 2, those 140 visitors going to result in 49 leads, right? Cycle number 3, from cycle number 2, from those 49 leads, you're going to get 10 shares, which means 200 visitors, right? In a simplified format. In cycle number 3, those 200 people are going to result in 70 leads, right? And then cycle number 4, 98 leads. So what you see right here is the numbers of leads every cycle that you're going to get is actually going up. While in the last example, let me just go back, it actually went down. And this is actually a huge difference. So those 100 visitors actually so far after those 4 cycles resulted in 252 leads and counting. Now, obviously, this is a simplified format, right? But what's important here is that, well, actually, I wanted to calculate what the actual improvement was, the percentage improvement, but that's actually not possible. So that's an infinite improvement. But what's interesting is that when every person refers on average more than one new person, something magical happens. So as soon as, like, if one person signs up and on average they're going to result in more than one new visitor, something magical happens. And this has everything to do with the viral coefficient. Don't worry. You don't need to get this. You don't need to understand this. Like if you've heard of this, that's awesome. But if not, no need to worry about this. You don't need to know this. That's why I'm here. But what it basically means is, like I just said, if every person on average refers less than one person, it will not go viral. However, as soon as every person on average refers to more than one new person, it will go viral. So right here, you actually see a simplified graph with this viral coefficient. And as you can see, the green one is the one where every one person will actually result in on average 1.2 new people. And the amount of traction, the amount of traffic you're going to get will explode exponentially. But if it's just one or below one, you're not going to get that same kind of results. So with those split tests that I just described, it's not anymore just a matter of how you're going to get 40% extra traffic. No, it's going to be the difference between getting some extra traffic. Sorry, it's not going to be the difference between some extra leads, but it's going to be the difference between some extra leads and just an ongoing stream of leads into your business. And that's why split testing is so incredibly important with this. And it's not rocket science. It's actually super easy to set up. I actually want to show you that how easy it is. Let me just open up my browser. I think you're going to like that. I mean, I can give you all the theory, but I think it's more fun to just show you it, right? Let me just log in. All right, so right now I'm logged into UpViral, which is once again our platform to manage all of these viral referral-based systems, referral-based campaigns. So let me just create a new campaign actually, just to show you how it works. So I'm going to call this test webinar training. So you can choose between either a giveaway or a contest. Or a contest means that people can actually win something. So you can say, hey, for every single friend who signs up, you're going to get 20 extra entries in our contest. And with a giveaway, you can say, for example, hey, if you're going to get 3 of your friends or 5 of your friends to sign up, then you are going to get access to X, Y, or Z. So let me just do that for now. And then you can choose to run everything on UpViral using our opt-in page and anything like that. Or you can integrate it in any of your existing tools on website. Doesn't matter whether you have WordPress, ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, Instapage, or whatever tool you're using, you can just integrate it into that. So for now, I'm just going to use it, create it using UpViral. And so once I've set up this first couple of steps, I'm going to show you how easy it is. So first of all, you would just create, let me just create a real simple one, right? So just let's say I would create a simple opt-in page. And I would just, win free t-shirt or whatever, like just as an example, right? But obviously, I'm just gonna save it, go back. Now, this is what you would normally do, right? You would create an opt-in page. Now, how difficult do you think it's going to be to run a split test? Now, let me show you. I just showed you how to set up first opt-in page. If I want to do a split test, if I want to measure which one works, I'm simply going to create a new page. I'm just going to say, well, maybe this one. And maybe I want to use a different layout, or I want to use a different copy. Win this awesome t-shirt. And as you can see, everything is you can just click here and you can make all the changes. You can add videos, images, and all of that. I'm going to save it. Or actually, maybe I want to have a different background, or I want to upload my own. But for now, I'm just going to save it. I'm going to go back. And right now, the split test is already set up. So right now, I've created 2 opt-in pages for this campaign. And automatically, the split test is enabled. So if I would now go to the split test section, I could exactly see what the conversion rate of each is. And I can just simply pick a winner. Now, similarly, let me just set up, oops. Let me go to the thank you page. So once you've created the opt-in page, then you want to create the share page, right? So let me just create a test page, maybe this one, And this is where you're going to say, well, for example, get your friends to sign up and get access to XYZ, for example, right? I'm just going to press save, go back. So now I've just created one page. Obviously, if I want to split test that, I can just go for, I don't know, this one. So this is going to be the share page, and this is where you can get people to actually convince to subscribe, right? So here you can say, well, you have X amount of points right now. So it actually shows how many points they currently have, and you can just, use different wording or anything like that. And what you're going to do here is you could try to convince them to actually start sharing their message, right? And then they have their own unique invite link, and they can share it on Facebook, Twitter, etc. right away. And once again, let me just go back. I just created 2 of those pages. And if I now go to split test inside of that dashboard, I can simply see how many people actually shared this on Facebook and on Twitter, etc. So I can see exactly after a while, well, this one actually gets more people to sign up. So I'm going to pick this as the winner. So as you can see, this is not like the reason why I want to show this to you is because I know that a lot of people think of split testing as a really difficult thing. But as you can see, this literally took me, I don't know, a minute or 2. So that's really what I wanted to show you here. I mean, it's super easy to set up. Let me just go back to my presentation because I don't want to keep you waiting all too long. But I just wanted to make clear that it's super easy to set up one of those split tests. I mean, when you do, it's going to make all the difference in your in the amount of leads that you're going to get from this system. So actually, I did a case study which is called Tweet Lead. And what I did was I had a simple opt-in form, and I said, hey, sign up here. And then on the thank you page, I actually said, hey, you need to get 5 of your friends to sign up, and if you do, you'll get access to that tool that I created, right? And on the thank you page, I didn't just create one page. I actually created 2 different titles. On one, I said, hey, do you want free lifetime access to Tweet Lead? And on the other one, I said, hey, want to skip waiting and get instant free access? Now, I'm really curious, though, like, which one do you think was the winner? Which one of those headlines got people to share Tweet Lead? I'm really curious. Give me a 1 or a 2 in the chat. I'd love to see your answer to that. So so far I see 1s and 2s from both ends. So people are sort of like guessing, I guess. Like some people think 1, some people think 2, and exactly right. I mean, if we're just going to guess, then I mean, beforehand, I wouldn't have known which one worked as well. And that's why you need to do these kind of tests. And like I just showed you, it's super easy. Now, the answer is the bottom one, the second one, it got more than double the amount of shares. More than double. It was the exact same campaign. I just described it differently, and I got more than double the amount of shares. And the reason why I think that's the case is because it's more of a social thing, right? I mean, free lifetime access, that's more like commercial, or if you want to call it like that, while want to skip waiting and get instant free access, that sounds more soft, I'd say, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't matter what I think. The statistics show that more than double, actually 105% improvement, just by changing the headline. Now, actually, just literally 10 minutes before we started this training, I actually added in the next couple of slides. Because I wanted to add in a cool trick that I did on this campaign as well. So let me know, give me a yes if you want to know how I got these people to share the message 2.6 times on average. It was actually a cool trick that I did. It was the first. Ever since I figured this out in this campaign, I've been using this on every campaign I did ever since. And like I said, by doing this, it made sure that every single person, on average, if they shared 2.6 times on average. I mean, that's pretty awesome, right? All right, cool. So already getting some yeses. Someone says, you ask for it? Well, yes, actually, we do ask for it, but not just on the thank you page. Because when they sign up and they enter their email address, and then they're going to get the bribe, and we're going to give them their own unique invite link, and we're going to say, hey, if 5 of your friends sign up, you'll get access to X, Y, or Z. And that's good, right? But what happens is they're going to share, but it doesn't mean that right away they're going to get 5 of their friends to sign up. But like you cannot expect them to the next day to still remember you. Maybe some will, and maybe some will think, hey, I only have 3 people, but now I want to have that bribe. But some people are just going to forget, and that's why I started sending out email follow-ups, right? So by doing this, I got people to share 2.6 times each. So what we do with UpViral, you can automatically send out a welcome email, obviously, if they sign up. And in that email, they're going to get a reminder of what you can share. And in that email, you can have a one-click share button. So they just have to click, and it shares on Facebook, on Twitter, etc. It's going to be their own unique invite link. Now, also, if one of their friends signs up, we also send out an automatic email. So you can send out an email, for example, saying, hey, congratulations, a friend of yours just signed up. You only need 4 more, and then you will get access to X, Y, or Z, right? And then the next friend signs up. Oh, awesome. You now have 2 people signed up, only 3 more, right? And this way, they're going to be inclined to keep on sharing, because they're going to get that reminder every single time one of their friends signs up. So by sending these kind of email reminders, people are sharing it more and more, because they still have not unlocked their reward, but they really want to have their reward, right? So that's really awesome. So in this specific campaign, I actually did run some Facebook ads to it. In the beginning, I sent 416 visitors, exactly 416 visitors into this page in order to sort of kickstart it. And altogether, it resulted in over 17,000 leads within the first month. 17,000 subscribers. And this is an internet marketing product, right? So this is like what's called the IM market, which is a competitive market. It's expensive to advertise in this. So that's why I only sent out 416 visitors, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money. But after that, after those people signed up, they started sharing, and then new people signed up and they started sharing, and altogether got over 17,000 email subscribers, all from those 416 visitors, right? And that's really what all because I split tested the opt-in page and the thank you page, and once I actually got over that point, where one person actually results in more than one person on average, the outcome will multiply and will keep on going and going. And then I also added in those automated email follow-ups to get people to share it even more, not just once, but on average for this campaign 2.6 times each, which is, I think, pretty awesome. And that's really why I just kept on going and going and going. And there's a good chance you even saw this campaign. I mean, it's had tremendous outreach. Like, a lot of people came to the funnel, a lot of people start sharing it. So it's a good chance one of your friends or even yourself have actually signed up and shared it on Facebook, which is I think pretty awesome. But I also know, like what I've showed you so far, right? So far I talked about the growth loops, the viral loops, by doing these kind of invite link systems where you're gonna give, where you're gonna bribe your audience. Basically, bribe sounds a bit negative, but I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. Where you're gonna bribe your audience by saying, hey, if you can get access to X, Y, or Z if you share this with your friends. And if you then start split testing that, and you also send out email follow-ups, which UpViral all handles for you, right? You don't have to do that you don't have to actually do that yourself if you're using UpViral. But using this, you pretty much have all the legwork, all the groundwork to set up these kind of campaigns for yourself, right? Now, I also know I get a question a lot saying, hey, what if I don't have an incentive? Or like, what if I don't have anything to give away? This brings me to my third secret, the zero incentive. Like, this part is optional. You can, if you do have an incentive, or if you do have a website, you can do that as well. But this is actually this is really useful for those who don't have an incentive, or who don't have their own website, or who don't have existing traffic, because you can leverage this in a really, really effective way without needing any of those. I mean, those free incentives, they're free incentives because you're giving them away, but they're not free for you. I mean, you have to actually create them. You have to spend time, you have to spend money to actually create these kind of incentives. So what if you could just, do all of this without needing that kind of incentive, right? And so you don't need to spend, I don't know, a couple months or weeks waiting for an ebook to be written, for example, but you can just get started right away. Well, there's actually a good way to do that. And I've actually already showed you that before. So we got like the giveaways where you're going to say, hey, if you get 5 of your friends to sign up, you will get X, Y, or Z. Or you have contests, and contests work really, really well. And the best thing is, like, you can just go, like, all you need to do is basically pick a price that interests your target audience, right? You can just pick something, and if you have your own product, for example, you could even give away your own product. And this means that you don't need to create some kind of giveaway or an ebook or anything like that, but you can just pick a product. You could, for example, go to Amazon.com and pick a bestseller. And why a bestseller? Because a bestseller, it's going to be in demand, right? Because what you want to give away as the contest prize, you want to make sure that your audience wants to have it, right? And don't be silly. Don't go for example, oh, you're going to win an iPhone. I mean, that's not going to work. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're going to give away something that your target audience, your ideal customer, I mean, that's what we're all here for. We're growing our business. Your customer actually wants to have, right? So the best thing of doing a contest is that you don't need to give away something to all of your subscribers, to everyone who signs up, but you're just going to give away one of those prizes, right? So this could, like I said, could be your own product, could be, for example, a consultation if you're in the B2B business. So the overall, I was just reading the chat. I was just seeing if there's any questions. So the contests work really well, and it's actually really easy to set up, like I already told you. So basically, I'll share a cool case study with you in a second, right? So on the actual opt-in page, you basically have a message in the line of enter to win. Obviously, not as simple as that. It's going to be more like, hey, let's give you a good example. Well, on this image, I actually got a t-shirt. So actually a friend of mine, he's been doing a lot of t-shirt contests as well. So in that case, because it's a t-shirt, it's really just about the visual, right? So it's really just about having a big image on your opt-in page. But if you're doing, for example, let me give you another example. Recently, I talked with one of our customers. He did a contest for a travel agency. And what they did was they actually gave away, and this was a bigger prize, they gave away a free trip. You were able to win a free trip. So they just gave away their own product, basically. And they were able, within 1 week, they were able to generate over 17,000 leads. So we actually have a case study about that on the inside of UpViral. But anyway, so you'll have your opt-in page, and you have a thank you page. And on your thank you page, what you're going to do is you're not just going to say, hey, share this with your friends and you'll get an extra entry. No, this is actually a good trick to that, because this whole system works with, the more friends that get to sign up, the better off you are, right? So what you're going to do is if someone signs up, you're going to say, hey, now you have one entry in the contest, but if you get one of your friends to sign up, you're going to get 20 extra entries in the contest. So now that they just signed up, they have one entry, and they know for every single friend that signed up, they're going to get 20 extra entries. So they know, like, right, if I get 5 people to sign up, then I have 100 extra entries. So for them, the value that they're going to get from them, like, it's a no-brainer, right? They want to share this. They want to share this now. So this is like a simplified format, right? So you run a contest and you say, hey, sign up to win. Once they've signed up, they have one entry, and then you get them to share. Now, what do you do once you've set something like this up? I mean, you still need initial traffic, right? If you can set up this campaign, but if nobody is there to initially sign up, then you're still stuck. So you need to send traffic. Now, I actually talked to one of my customers, meet Matthew. His name is Matthew, and he had a really, really clever trick with that. So I wanted to share that with all of you, because he actually did. He just got access to UpViral, and he had no audience. He did not have a website, and but he knew he wanted to do a contest, and he knew the power of these kind of viral loops. So he went on Amazon. He looked for the bestseller product, because if it's a bestseller, it's going to be in demand. And he then created a contest. He set up the whole contest, the whole page, and all of that. But he didn't start it yet. He just did it, so that it looked good. He just showed, so he could actually take some screenshots from those from the opt-in page. And he then reached out to various communities in the space. So various forums. There were some forums in that exact same niche, in that exact same market. And he told them, hey, if you're going to put this contest in front of your audience, I'm going to promote your product to that email list that I generate with that, right? So it was a simple deal. He said, hey, promote this contest to your audience, and every single person who's going to subscribe, I'm going to promote your product back, right? And what he did really, really smart is he didn't just do that for one website. He actually did it for multiple websites. So he reached out to multiple forums and multiple communities, and he told all of them the same thing. And once they all agreed to that, and they started promoting this contest, then what he did is, from all those leads, he actually sent out an email with all those products from all those companies in one single email, which is awesome, right? So he had no existing audience. He then created the contest using UpViral. He reached out to all those sites, in that market, and then he basically let the viral sharing do the rest. Now, what do you think? Let me just ask you, how many email subscribers do you think he got using this in the first month? Give me a number in the chat. Like, no audience to begin with. He didn't have a website in that audience. He didn't have anything. He just from A to Z, he created the contest, reached out to his websites, and then using the viral mechanism, people started sharing it. How many leads do you think he generated from that in his first month doing this? 1,500, 20K, 5,000, 50K, 50,000. All right. 8,000. All right, now let me just, you know what? I'm just gonna let him do the talking himself. I actually interviewed him a while ago, and let me just share it with you.
Good results, and you know, the thing is, Wilco, I've been using. I've always been doing contests, probably for the last 4 or 5 years, and I've always seen the value in doing giveaways and contests for different things. So, and you know, you had a lot of, you know, I wasn't sure if it was hype or what at first, but when I tried it out, I found that it did exactly what I wanted. So far, it's worked very well, and I like the statistics that it tracks and shows the proof of what I'm getting. Where before I'd see the entries, but I wouldn't understand exactly why, you know. So yeah, a lot of good things about using your software so far, man.
And can you give us an indication of how many leads or how many email addresses you've collected so far using UpViral? Do you have any idea?
So far we've got over 100,000. I was just looking at my stats. We're at 104,000. So
that's email subscribers, right?
Yeah, that's the actual leads we collected, and I've only run mainly three contests over the last month.
Insane. I mean, every one of you, most of you guessed like 8,000, 20,000, etc. He got over 100,000 email subscribers in his first month, without a website, without having existing traffic, without having anything to begin with. He just got his contest prize from Amazon. He reached out to his website, and he got over 100,000 email subscribers in a single month. I mean, if you're building your list using content, you don't need a website, you don't need a lead magnet, you don't even need existing traffic. And for me personally, like, I've personally never seen an easier way to build up your email list this fast. I mean, I'm not sure about you, but I've never seen anything like this without spending, I don't know, $1 million, or not $1 million, but like a lot of money on Facebook ads or any kind of ads. Like, I wouldn't know of any other system or any other mechanism that you can use to build up your email list this fast without having a website to begin with, or an audience to begin with, or even creating a lead magnet to begin with. And all of that, all because in a simplified format, you're doing exactly what you're seeing right here, right? So you're just getting people to sign up. And once they signed up, then you're going to give them an offer. You're going to give them either a chance to win a prize, or you're going to give them a bribe. You're going to say, hey, if you get X amount of friends to sign up, you're going to get access to X, Y, or Z. And all of that, just doing that, turn it into a viral loop. I mean, can you see how this will work for you? By adding these kind of growth loops, I like to call them growth loops, into your business, you'll create an army of people desperate to promote your website. And you don't have to create a contest, right? I mean, for every business is different. For me personally, I'm doing a lot in the business-to-business space. For me, I like to do giveaways where I actually give away certain coupon codes or rewards, for example, ebooks or a special training video, and I give that in return of, you know, if they actually start sharing it with their friends and actually get their friends to sign up. So you can use it however you want. A contest works great for B2C, business to consumer. Giveaways work really well in B2B, business to business. I mean, can you see this, how this works in your business, right? And you don't even have, like, you can, if at some point in your business you're asking for an email address on a sidebar, on a webinar page, or anything like that, you can just plug this into that opt-in form and get all of those people start sharing it, you know, start promoting your website for you, right? So this is how you do. This is how you build a huge email list without using any paid ads. So first of all, looping, as I told you, by adding a viral loop to your thank you page, so you know, which drives traffic back into your opt-in pages, right? By getting your audience to actually start sharing that with their friends. Then the multiplier, by running easy split tests to multiply your list size immediately, as well as the email follow-ups to make sure they actually start sharing it multiple times. And then for those who want to do all of this without an existing website, or who want to do it without an existing lead magnet, you can run contests, which is the easiest way to build highly engaged email lists without creating a lead magnet. Now, how many? Let me just ask you. Oops, sorry. My mistake. For some reason, it just went all to the end. And so, how many of you feel like this right now? I think quite a few of you, right? I mean, usually when I talk to people, they usually tell me, like the first time I speak to them, they usually say that I talk way too fast, which is I guess it's true. But how many of you feel a bit confused right now? I mean, obviously we covered a lot, and I hope I opened your eyes, on what you can do to grow your business further. But I also know that for a lot of you, you don't want to have something vague or theories, but you want to get some you want something that gets results, right? I mean, you're not here to just play around. You're here to grow your business. Now, here's the thing: these 3 simple secrets that I just showed you, they're actually really easy to implement using UpViral, which is the platform that I've already been talking about, right? So, would it be okay if I spend a couple minutes to talk about UpViral and a special package that we created? Give me a yes in the chat, because I always like to ask permission up front, so that I know that I provided enough value to you first before I can even start talking really about this platform that we created. Because I don't want to be the guy who just pitches things, whatever. Like I don't like that. But I do know that a lot of you are going to want to see results instead of just being here for an hour, seeing all this theories and seeing exactly how this works, and then the next day you're not anything to really implement it, right? So, all right, cool. I already see yeses. That's awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it. Actually, really appreciate that. So yeah, so we over the last couple of years, me and my team, we've been working on an online platform. It's an online tool called UpViral, and UpViral handles every aspect of these kind of viral campaigns. And our goal is to help everyone to spread the word and build huge email subscriber lists by adding these kind of viral loops into your business, right? And we made it so that it's super easy to set up, while you can also use it in any way you can imagine. So we call it, that's my way of saying it, it's the ultimate viral referral platform. It's an online cloud-based software, so you can just log in. There's nothing to install or anything like that. And basically what it does in a simplified format, this should be video. That's not playing. No, it's not playing. That's fine. So using UpViral, you're able to create the exact things that I showed you, right? You're creating these kind of growth loops where you get people to sign up, and then you automatically get they automatically get one of these unique invite links. So in a simplified format, what you can do is, this is the exact loop, right? People sign up, then they're going to get the invite link. We're going to keep track of that. We're going to automatically send out all the rewards, and we select the winners. And then you can also send all these kind of follow-up emails. Now, specifically, I want to run you by some of the things that it actually does. So it automatically creates these kind of unique invite links for every single subscriber of yours, right? And we also automatically keep track how many of their friends actually visit and sign up and all of that. We then automatically send out all the rewards to them if they unlock something, whether it's a coupon or downloadable file or anything like that. Or if we pick the winners, if you're running a contest, there's nothing. And all of these things are fully automated. You don't have to worry about that at all. You're in full control of how it actually looks on social media, obviously. And you can connect it to any autoresponder. When I say any, I mean any. So if I don't think it's going to happen, but if one of you would actually see that, hey, your autoresponder is not part of UpViral, then send me a message, because we're going to add that right away. But I'm pretty sure we got them all covered, at least at the top 40, 50-ish. So it works with all autoresponders, and if yours magically is not on that list, let me know, and we're going to add it right away. So we're going to make sure always make sure that every one of the subscribers of your campaigns automatically are added to your emails autoresponder list. And also, if you have an autoresponder that allows tagging for the more advanced users, you can automatically tag your subscribers as well, so you know exactly who already unlocked a certain reward, so you can then send out email promotions to your most loyal subscribers. It also comes with a full dashboard of all the analytics and security as well. So if someone would actually try to trick the system by signing up themselves, we automatically detect that, and we're going to block them from actually signing up, which is pretty awesome. You're going to get, it also takes care of all the split testing, as I already showed you, really easy to set up, as well as all the email follow-ups. And the best thing is, and I think that's really my favorite part, is that you can use our templates. You can set everything up at our website, or at our system. You don't need to have your own website, for example, but you can also add this into your existing website. So it doesn't matter whether it's ClickFunnels, Leadpages, WordPress, Instapage, whatever system you're using, you can just copy paste 2 lines of code and you can have this all into your own website, which I think is pretty awesome, right? So that's really, that means that you can use it any way you want. You can just use it on our platform, or you can just use it inside your own existing funnels and your existing website. So what you're going to get today is you're going to get unlimited giveaways. So you can get an account where you can get unlimited giveaways, no limit to that. You can run unlimited contests. You can also collect unlimited email subscribers, and you can run unlimited split test. And like I said, you can run everything on our platform. All the templates are included, or you can add it into your own website, and you'll get everything in one simple dashboard to manage everything. And we take care of, like, you just set it up and we take care of the rest. So I actually want to go through some of the results that some of our customers have been getting. So for example, Troy, he used UpViral and he tipped over 208,000 subscribers using UpViral. I mean, 208,000 subscribers using UpViral, and he said that it literally changed his life. Michael Coach, he said that he would build a responsive 30,000 email list in a brand new market in less than 6 months. And Travis used it to collect well over 15,000 leads using UpViral. And Paul, he used it for a B2B business to business event, and he got more than 9,000 leads for a business to business local event for a congress he was doing using UpViral in 2 weeks time, which is pretty awesome. And also, and I think this one is actually pretty cool as well. A while ago, I actually saw Snapchat where Russell Brunson, I'm not sure if you know him, but he's an online marketer and a really awesome dude in general as well. And he's actually been using UpViral as well. So actually, let me just
see what happened to Snap funnels throughout the night. It's gonna be good, it could be bad. We have no idea. What do you think? It's gonna be good or bad?
I think pretty good.
Woo! Here's the metrics so far.
All right, we got 203 people that have gotten their reward back. 3,800 people have looked at it. We have 727 shares.
Interesting, John.
I gotta check this out. So like it only says 173 Facebook shares, but there's 727. So we got a lot of other kind of shares.
Check it out. Twitter, LinkedIn.
It's growing.
So even Russell Brunson has been using it to grow his business. So that's what you're all going to get, right? If you're going to sign up with UpViral, you're going to get all these results as well. But let's talk about what you don't need anymore, because I think that's equally as important, right? I mean, right now you might be spending quite a bit of time or money to create your opt-in pages. I mean, for me personally, before I use these kind of tools, I had to actually hire a designer, and it costed me like $400, $500. Let's call it $400 for every single page to get a page to design. Now you don't need that anymore, because with UpViral, all the templates are included. Now you don't need to create any lead magnets or free reports anymore, right? Because now you can just run a contest. So that's going to save you. Well, for me, I looked it up in my past. Usually, roughly, I spend around $300 for every lead magnet that I get that someone's going to write for me. So you don't have to spend that anymore. You don't have to spend a lot of money on, for example, split testing and all these kind of tools. I mean, it's all included with UpViral. You can just use our opt-in pages. You can use our split testing. You can use our email follow-ups. Like all of that is included with UpViral. So you don't need that anymore. And more importantly, maybe, you don't need to wait around to get started in a new niche. I mean, you can just get a product from Amazon, start a contest right now. You don't need to first create a lead magnet. You can just get started in various niches right now. So just the opportunity of not having to wait for, to enter a new niche. I think I couldn't even put a money tag on that, but that's something that you don't have to, you don't need to do anymore. So, and also all the wasted traffic and subscribers, because if right now you're already getting subscribers into your business and you're not implementing this, then you're wasting traffic and subscribers, because all of these people who currently sign up could have been people who are desperate to promote your site and business to their friends, right? So that's also not something I can really put a price tag on, because it depends on your business, how many leads you're currently getting. But at least the total savings would be $1,950 a month at the minimum, right? Just because you don't have to hire a designer, you don't have to create a lead magnet, you don't have to actually, use all these different tools to split test and all of that. And most importantly, you don't have to wait around to get started in a niche, and you and now you don't have to waste all the traffic and subscribers that you're missing out if you're not using this. Now, once you have this, you're going to be able to run viral giveaways. You're going to be able to run viral contests, and you're going to be able to run viral product launch. Like however you want to use it, you can. And what you're going to get today is a 1-year UpViral Pro account. So as I just showed you, it's a $1,950 value, and that's what you're going to get. Now, I'm assuming that if you're watching this and like, all right, you're thinking like, how can I take advantage of this? Like, how do I really implement this into my business, right? That's a good question, actually. And for that reason, we created the Viral Foundation course. So that's an intensive intro on how you can leverage this whole viral system, this whole viral marketing to build and grow your business. So that's what you're going to get inside the Viral Foundation course, which you're also going to get today. So the next question is what you could have is, will they share it? Like, you know, you have an idea, but are people actually going to share for that, right? Will they actually do that? Well, that's what we're going to cover in the Psychology Hacks course. So in this course, you're going to learn exactly why people share the things online and how you can actually influence that, how you can implement smart triggers to make sure people are not going to be able to resist your offer and they want to share your offer with all of their friends. So you're going to get the 1-year UpViral Pro account, you're going to get the Viral Foundation course, and you're going to get the Psychology Hacking course as well. So next question you might have is, all right, well, what should I put in my pages? Like, what do I actually write down, right? Now, that's what you're going to get inside our viral campaign course. So in that course, you're going to get all the proven campaign hacks and strategies that have already brought in a ton of traffic and profits for other users. And if you just follow these step by step, and then you'll be good. So that's what you're going to get inside the viral campaign course. So you're going to get the Viral Pro account, Viral Foundation course, the Psychology Hacking course, and the Viral Campaign course all together. You're going to get that if you're going to for today. Now, next question you might have is, what email should I send? I mean, I think I just saw someone asking like, hey, what do you actually put in those emails? Well, for that, we actually created the email follow-up recipe course. So in that course, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to put inside those email sequences to make sure people are going to be sharing, like, I don't know, like what, but like like crazy, basically. So I'm going to show you exactly what we've learned and how we can actually make sure to make those emails as effective as you can possibly can to make sure people are going to want to share that. So you're going to get that as well. And now, finally, what about traffic? What do you like? How do you get people to start signing up, right? I mean, that's a good question. Now, for that reason, we have the Traffic Mastery course. So in this course, we're going to cover the most innovative ways to generate that initial surge of traffic that you need in order to get your viral campaign to take off. And this is not going to be like the old school stuff or whatever, but this is all going to be like what I'm currently using in my business and what I highly recommend you to do as well. So that's what you're going to get inside the Traffic Mastery course. So altogether, you're going to get the 1-year UpViral Pro account. You're going to get the viral course. You're going to get the Psychology Hacking course. You're going to get the Viral Campaign course, the Email Follow-Up Recipe course, and the Traffic Mastery course. So that's pretty awesome, right? Now, finally, I also want to add in one final part, which is the split test and optimization course, because I think it's really important that you know exactly what to split test. I already showed you how easy it is to split test, right? And in this course, I'm going to show you what you should actually split test, so you don't have to guess, right? You don't have to think about, all right, now I know I need to split test, but what do I actually split test? I'm going to tell you all about that inside the split test and optimization course, which you're going to get today as well. So altogether, you're going to get the 1-year Viral Pro account. You're going to get the Viral Foundation course, our Psychology Hacking course, the Viral Campaign course, the Email Follow-Up Recipe course, the Traffic Mastery course, and the Split Test Optimization course. Altogether, a total value of more than $3,000, right? Now, let me ask you a question, actually. So if all it did, all of this whole package, if all it did was to finally stop being dependent on a single traffic source, would it be worth it? Like, if you'd spend $3,000 and you would not be depending on a single traffic source, but now you're going to have all these people spreading it for you, would it be worth it? Well, I think it would, right? Now, what if you would add another 10,000 new subscribers every single month to your business? Would it be worth it to spend $3,000 now, and then you get 10,000 new subscribers every single month into your business? I mean, could even be 100,000 or even 200,000 subscribers. We've seen those examples as well. But let's just say it's just 10,000 new subscribers every single month. Would it be worth it? Well, I think it would, but I cannot make that decision for you. But I think it would. And what if you would get What if all it did was get you a ton of extra exposure through word of mouth to places that you would otherwise never reach? Would it be worth it? Once again, I think it did, but I'm gonna leave that up to you, of course. Now, if I basically had two choices, right? When I put this all together, I had two choices. I could either go as cheap as possible and try to sell as many of these as possible, but it wouldn't really incentivize me to really stack the value, right? Or I could, it could go for the second option, which requires a little higher investment from your end. But in exchange, I can devote more resources to guarantee your success, to make UpViral the best and the best and the best in the business, to keep adding more features to it, etc., etc. And that's really what I did, right? I didn't want to go cheap. I wanted to make sure this is the best platform in the world. But like I said, it's going to require a little higher investment from your end. But that's, I think, the best kind of decision I could have made, and that's the one I actually made. Now, altogether, what's one viral campaign worth to you? Like, let's say it would bring in just 5,000 extra subscribers into your business. Even let's say just 5,000, right? Seriously, in your business right now, think about it. 5,000 extra subscribers every single month. How much would that be worth to you? Is that like 5,000 extra a month? Or maybe 10,000, depending on which business you're in. And remember, like 5,000 extra subscribers means that month number 2, it's 10,000, and then 15,000, 20,000, etc. Right? It keeps on going. What would that be worth to you if you would add one viral campaign to your business? I mean, I think you're gonna probably agree with me that it's a pretty good deal at $497 a year, right? I mean, I think it's a good deal. If you'd ask me, hey, you want to get this for $14.97, and I would get one viral campaign, just one, it's an awesome deal. But because you're special and you're here with me online tonight, live on this call, I'm not even going to charge you $497, and I'm not even going to charge you $997, because if you get started right now, you can get access for just $297 today. So all you need to do is go to upviral.com/webinar special. And if you join during this call, you're going to get access for just $297 today. So I just told you about the two choices I had to make, but now you actually have two choices. So you can either do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is obviously 100% risk-free, or pony up this small investment today, which compared to the value that you're going to get in return, and just give it a shot. Right? I mean, that's in the end the choice that you have right now. I mean, if you're like me, then you've been on these kind of webinars before, right? I mean, you get excited, you get fired up, and all of that. But what happens the next day? And I'm guessing it's often the same thing as the day before. And I think it's sort of sad, because I just showed you guys the exact system that I've been using to get my business to where it is today, to build my email list, and to drive my business to where it is today. And you have the choice right now to either wake up tomorrow the same way as today, or you're going to break that habit by investing in UpViral. And I mean, I can come here, I can train you, I can guide you, and provide you all the tools that you need to become successful. But I can only show you the door, right? You'll have to be the one to make the decision to walk through it. I cannot do that for you. I don't want to do that for you. Like I said, I can just point you the door, right? So everything that we did for the last hour will be completely useless if you don't take action. So do yourself a favor and start making that change today, right? And in fact, because I honestly believe that this is going to make a major impact on your business. And because of that, I'm going to make this really easy for you, right? If you sign up today, and if you don't like it for whatever reason, like I don't even care what the reason is, right? I don't care if it's in 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now. If within 30 minutes you send me a message saying, hey, dude, I don't want it anymore for whatever reason, no problem at all. Just let me know and I'll give you your money back. Guaranteed, no problem at all. So, and we'll still be friends as well. So all I'm asking is give this a fair try. I mean, the real question is really like, is this worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which, even if it does half of what I've claimed today in this training, will pay for itself as soon as your first campaign is live. I mean, to me, that would be a no-brainer, right? I mean, I'm not even asking you to make the decision right now. All I'm asking is to give it a try, and then if the results are there, keep it. If not, let me know, and or if you've changed your mind for any other reason, let me know. All I'm asking is to make that decision later on. Right now, you start using, and then later on you can just decide whether it's something for you or not inside your business. So just to remind you, what you're going to get. You're going to get the 1 year of Viral Pro account. You're going to get our Viral Foundation course. You're going to get our psychology hacking course. You're going to get a viral campaign course, the email follower recipe course, the traffic mastery course, and the split testing optimization course. That's what you're going to get. So let me just get a sip of water. Let me just add the link as well, so you can easily click on it as well. Just a second. All right, you should now be able to see the link, so you can actually click on it, which is going to be easier than to just type it out. Some people ask for that. So you're going to get the 1 year pro account, Viral Pro account. You're going to get all these courses if you're going to sign up today, and you're going to get it for only $297, which is not available anywhere else, not even without all of these bonuses. Right? This is like the best deal we have, and because I actually like, I'm not sure if you know me, but if you do. And if you've been following me for a while, then you know that I'm an action taker. Like I move fast. I want to take action. I want to do it right now. And for that reason, I actually also I'm a big fan of people who also take action. Let's put it like that. Some people are just like, oh yeah, maybe later. And some people are like, yeah, let's do it. And for that reason, I'm actually going to reward those who do take action. So for the next 20 action takers, and just only for the next 20 action takers, I'm gonna give you something extra. I'm gonna give you 3 in-depth case studies. Altogether, we collected over 130,000 email subscribers in those 3 in-depth case studies. So you're gonna see exactly what we've done, and you can actually implement that into your own business. So you're gonna get that, but that's just for the first 20 action takers. As my way of saying thank you for taking action right away. Also, you're gonna get our ultimate prize and reward guide, and this is a guide that we put together, which is going to show you all the things that you can do to, basically what you need to give away to your audience in order to be effective with this. And this way you'll have all the examples and all of that. So it's going to be really easy to just pick the one that makes sense for your business, do that, and you'll be good. So you're going to get that as well. But once again, just for the first 20 action takers. And the last one, I think you're going to love that one. So this one, so far, these 2 things that I just showed you, the 3 in-depth case studies and the ultimate prize reward guys, these are just for the first 20 action takers. But the last one, like you're gonna agree with me that we cannot share that with everyone, because you're gonna get free traffic through your contest. And what you're actually gonna get is you're gonna get a list, you're gonna get an ebook with 100 sites where you can immediately publish your contest once it's live, for that initial search of traffic. So these are websites that are okay with you actually posting your contest into their website. So we're going to give you that list, but we're only going to give that to the first 20 people, because as you can imagine, it's more effective if not everyone knows that. So for the first 20 action takers, you're going to get the 3 in-depth case studies and the ultimate prize reward guide and the free traffic to your contest in the form of these 100 sites where you can submit it. And that's only for the first 20 people. I hope you understand that as well. So altogether, you're going to get, just to make sure we're all clear, the 1 year Viral Pro account, you're going to get the Viral Foundation course, you're going to get the psychology hacking course, the viral campaign course, the email follow-up recipe course, the traffic mastery course, and the split test optimization course for total value of just over $3,000. But if you sign up right now during this call, you're going to get it for $297 today. All you need to do is go to upviral.com/webinar special. All right, so I think right now it's also time to dive into some questions. Let me just catch up. Someone is saying, hey, is this, can I make campaigns in Spanish? Yes, you can use this in any language you want. I'm personally from the Netherlands, so we actually built it from the ground up to make sure it works in any language you can imagine. Even if you are, it doesn't even matter if it's left to right or right to left. Some people are from Hebrew, for example. They actually write the other way around. So we made it so you can use this in any country, not just English and French and German and whatever. You can use it in any language. Everything is highly customizable, so all good on that end. Are the courses part of the normal Pro account as well? No, it's actually not part of the normal Pro account. But if you're here on the webinar and you actually already signed up for the Pro account earlier, send me a message by replying to the webinar invite link, and I'll added to your account. I think that's only fair if you're here right now on the call. But other than that, it's just for those who actually sign up during the webinar. So that's really why you should be joining right here on the call, because that's the only way you will actually be able to get all those extra bonuses. And I'm not even talking about those first 20, because those first 20, the ones that I'm showing you right now, these are even more exclusive. You're only going to get those if you're one of the first 20 action takers right now on this call. I'll check my statistics in a minute. Right now, I just want to go through some questions with all of you, just seeing, just checking whether I missed any questions. Let's see. Can I export a lead? Someone's asking, can you export the leads? Yes, all the leads you can easily export. You can just export it into a CSV file. But obviously, it's automatically connected to your autoresponder as well. So you will have all the emails there as well. So that's good. Does this work in B2B, business to business? Yes, I'm using it myself in business to business as well. But I see a lot of other people using it in business to business as well. This actually works in pretty much every niche, except for those that are, for example, let's put it like this, illegal to post on Facebook. Like, so Facebook doesn't allow all kinds of subjects. So if, for example, you will have an adult campaign with like sex toys or whatever, that's not going to work because for the nature of how those social media networks work, they don't want to have that kind of content. For the same thing with like other illegal things or poker, that's not going to work. Other than that, I've seen it work in like all kinds of cases. I think I already showed you a testimonial from someone who actually used it into a business-to-business campaign as well to promote his local congress, and he actually got 9,000 leads, which for a local congress is insane, right? That actually makes a big difference. What other tools do I need? Well, actually, if you have UpViral, you don't need anything else. I mean, we do all the opt-in pages, we do all the split tests. Obviously, it's recommended to have an email autoresponder because that's where you actually build up your list, so you can actually keep on sending them broadcast messages, right? So an email autoresponder is actually recommended, for example, MailChimp or Aweber GetResponse. Personally, I'm a big fan of ActiveCampaign, but everyone has their own preference, I guess. All right, I'm just going through some of the questions. Are the pages mobile responsive? Yes, they are. They're fully responsive. We made sure it's working on any device, right? Not just desktop, but obviously also tablets and mobile phones, obviously. Someone is asking, how can this be used with e-com products? Well, actually, the case study that I just showed you from what's his name, Matthew, the guy that I showed you this quick video of, he's actually in the e-com niche. So he actually got one of his e-com products from Amazon, like an e-com product, and he made a contest out of that. Like, e-com is actually e-commerce. For those who don't know what e-com is, e-commerce, that's one of the best ways contest works. One of the best for that, because people like, what I would do actually is I would create a contest. And this is something that I've seen a lot of my customers do, actually. I'm not into e-com myself, but what they do is they put their own product and they make a contest out of that, right? So they run the contest and they make sure they get a lot of leads. And obviously, someone is going to win that contest. But you know for a fact that everyone who signs up for that contest is interested in your product, because otherwise they would not have joined your contest, right? So what they do afterwards is then they send out an email to all of those people saying, hey, unfortunately, you did not win, but here's a discount coupon. For that actual product, because all these people, they're highly targeted because they know they're interested in that product, and all you have to do is just seal the deal by giving them a discount coupon, and it actually works really, really well. Let me just see. Someone asking, hey, can I run this on my own domain, or do I see UpViral in the domain? No, you can just add your own domain name. No problem. Also, it doesn't show UpViral. So there's no mention of UpViral, and you can just use your own domain name for the lead pages and also for the tracking links, the invite links. It's all in your own domain, even though we still host it for you, but you can just add in your own domain. And what if I don't have an email list? Someone's asking. Well, you don't have to, actually, because this is actually what you use to build your email list. I mean, just like the example that I showed you with Matthew, he didn't have an email list, he didn't have a website, he didn't have traffic, and after 1 month, he had an email list of more than 100,000 people, right? So while I'm talking, let me actually check, because I see some people asking whether they are one of the first 20. So I'll have to check my stats and see how we are. The downside is of my stats. once it loads, it's still loading. But the downside is there's usually a 10 minutes delay. And so it depends on when it's actually. For some reason, it's still loading. I'll check in a second. I'll check in a second. But I think that I think that if you sign up, let's put it like this: if you sign up right now, before the page actually loads, it's already loading. It's loading. Let's see, first 20, right? I want to. All right, we just got 12 people sign up, so there's 8 spots left. But like I said, the traffic stats, they are uploaded once in every 10 minutes. So I'll tell you what. So I'll keep refreshing this while I'm talking. I'll give you the stop sign when it's already over 20. But at that point, obviously, it's too late. So until that point, it's good. So right now there's still 8. I'm just refreshing. Yeah, it doesn't update just yet so it should be 8. But like I said, there's a bit of a delay on the statistics, which means that it could be just jumping over 20. If that happens, then obviously because then I'm gonna leave those people still inside. So if it's going to jump from right now it's at 12, it's going to jump right away to, for example, 21, for example. Then that one person is going to be in luck. I'll still grant you access, right? Someone's asking, hey, do I instantly get access to these extra bonuses? No, actually, you're not, because I actually have to manually add those in. Because when we say it's for the first 20, it's actually for the first 20. So I'm going to log in right after the call, and I'm going to add it to all the accounts who were on time. So that's just for the first 20. Someone's asking, can I send over tags to my autoresponder? Yes, you can, like assuming that your autoresponder supports tagging. So that, for example, ActiveCampaign, I'm a big fan of ActiveCampaign myself. So what you can do, for example, is you can say, hey, if someone unlocks this reward, then send over this tag to that subscriber. So that way you know exactly what, all right, this email list, this part of the email list, they have actually shared my message. This part of the email list have not yet shared my message. So that way you can more segment your email lists even better. Someone's asking, hey, if I buy, is there any upsell? No, there's no upsell or anything like that. You're going to get everything included right away. So there's nothing else that you need, or you can just, get started right away. Can I add tracking or retargeting scripts? Yes, you can just add your own tracking or retargeting scripts into UpViral, no problem at all. Let's see, what else do we have? Someone asks whether he can use his own email server. Yes, you can actually do that, right? So you don't have to. If you don't, we are going to send out all these emails for you. But if you want, you can also connect it to your own Postmark or SendGrid or Amazon account, so that you can send out all the emails from your own account if you want to have more control, basically, right? Let's see. Someone's asking, he's afraid that James is afraid whether people are going to fraud the system. I mean, I'm assuming that you mean with the invite link. So people are going to be, they're going to get an incentive for their friends to sign up. Now, what if they would sign up themselves? Well, we actually have a fraud detection system for exactly that. So if people try to trick the system, we automatically detect that, and we're going to block that. So we have a fraud detection, and inside every campaign, we have a fraud detection system or a list, so you can see exactly who tried to trick, and you can also block them from all your future campaigns as well. But like I said, we automatically keep track of that to make sure that's not going to be an issue. And if you want, you can also enable double opt-in, which means that they'll need to confirm their email address before their entry actually counts. Let me just scroll through the questions. And someone's asking, hey, this is a pro account. Are there different level account types? Yes, there are. There are two different types. We have a UpViral Basic and we have a UpViral Pro. And the difference is that with UpViral Pro, the one that you're all going to get if you sign up right now, you're going to have no UpViral branding. So people don't see it's UpViral. You can add your own custom domains. So like I said, all the tracking links and all the pages are going to be on your own domain. You can run split test. On the basic one, you cannot. On your account that you're going to get right now, you're going to get A/B split testing. You can add your retargeting codes, which is only available in Pro. So Pro is like you with UpViral Pro, you're going to get all the features, not just the ones that we have right now, but also all the upcoming features, because we are constantly building more features. We're constantly adding more people. In fact, right now we're with 15 people in the business, of which 9 people are actually developers. And we're continuously adding more features into it. And all the upcoming features, you're going to get that automatically into your account as well. So that's all included with UpViral Pro, which is our biggest, most extensive product. I hope that answers your question. Someone's asking, what if I'm not one of the first 20? Well, obviously during this call, while we're on this live call, you can still get access to the special offer at $297 today with all the other bonuses. So that's available during this live call, but only for the first 20. Let me just check if the statistics have been updated to see how many there are still left. It's not yet updated. And let's see if I can see a timestamp. I cannot. It does not show. So like I said, it updates every 10 minutes. So right now it's still the same number. But once it updates, I'm expecting actually that it's going to update in just a little bit. And the first update was 12 orders in just a few minutes. So I'm actually assuming. I'm assuming that we actually already went over 20. But like I said, I'm going to let you in if you're going to be inside before these statistics on my end actually refresh. I'm currently refreshing these sales statistics, and once it updates, and then I know exactly how many we're at, and everyone who's going to be on that list when I refresh is still gonna get access to those special bonuses that I mentioned. But like I said, I expect it to actually refresh any second now. So if you want to jump in and if you want to get those first 20 those extra bonuses for the first 20 people, you really need to get in right now. And once it refreshes and the sales statistics are updated on my end, then you're not going to be able to get those extra bonuses anymore. So that's just, I just want to make that clear. I'm just going through all the questions right now because there's a lot of chats going on, so it's not as easy to see if I missed a message. I'm just scrolling through. Someone's asking whether this integrates with Connect Leads or Connect Audience. For some of you who might know me, who might know my business, we have 2 different platforms. One is Connectio, one is UpViral. Connectio is a series of Facebook ads tools, and UpViral fully integrates with Connect Leads and Connect Audience. So you can just connect the 2. So you can also create Facebook custom audiences using your UpViral subscriber list. So that's pretty cool. So if you already have one of those products, UpViral is going to be even more valuable for you. Someone's asking what happens next year. What happens next year? Next year, like once you're locked into this special deal, you're going to be inside this deal forever, which means that next year you're not going to pay any more than this. You're still going to pay $297 next year and the year after, etc. So once you're in this low rate, you're going to be grandfathered into this low rate for as long as you remain a customer. Yes, Tony, it integrates with Connectio. That's correct. Let's see. And by the way, I'm assuming you've already noticed, right? I usually actually mention that up front. I sort of forgot to mention that, but I want to apologize for my accent because, as you can probably tell, I'm from the Netherlands. I know some of you actually here are from the Netherlands as well, but I want to apologize for my terrible accent. But yeah, I'm from the Netherlands, and English is not my main language. I hope that's okay, and I hope I was able to get you a lot of value. But I think, basically what I want to say is that I'm just a regular guy. I'm a Dutch guy, and I'm not someone special, right? But there's just one thing that I know really well, and that is how to leverage these kind of viral campaigns and how to make sure that everyone can benefit from that. So, I mean, I cannot even iron my own shirt probably, right? I need to ask my wife for that. But this one thing right here, like building a system like this and make sure everybody can get the most kind of was also that's what I'm really good at. I mean, I'm not something special. I'm just a normal guy like you. And I think if even I can do it, I can promise you that you can do it as well. And this so far is really going to make is what makes it a reality for you. That's what I wanted to say. As you can tell, right now this is my broken English. Sorry for that. Anyway, let me just see if my statistics are updated. It's weird. Let's see. I'm just counting. No, wait, it's still not updated. I'm like, it should literally be updating any minute now. This is, I'm pretty sure that some of you might think, yeah, well, so he's not really updating it. He's just doing that. Like if any of you are using Zaxa, which is the payment platform that I'm using, then you know it's only updating every 10 minutes or so. And sometimes it's pretty frustrating because you just want to see what happens, and it's not the case. So sorry for that. It's actually the case. So I'll just have to wait. While I'm waiting for that update, and like I said, if I'm updating and want it refreshed, that's also the last moment. Like up to that point, I'm going to allow everyone in. I'm going to check who's on that list. If you are joining right after I refresh, and right after the sales refreshes, you're not going to get the extra bonuses. So that's really that's something that I want to make sure that you know. So if you want to get in, do it right now. Also, actually, I actually prepared a few extra slides or at least one, from a case study that I recently, one of our customers actually shared with me. Oops, sorry for that. So one of our customers, he actually used UpViral recently in a pretty clever way. He used UpViral as a pre-launch. So he was doing a product launch for a new product. And what he did was everyone who visited his sales page, he then ran a retargeting ad to an UpViral campaign. So if people visited his sales page and they did not make a purchase, he then made sure he showed a Facebook retargeting ad. You can actually see two of his ads on the top right. One is a carousel ad, one is just a link ad, and he linked that to an UpViral campaign. And you see that on the top left right now, which is just a simple page where he says, "Hey, to enter your name and email address in order to join." And what he then did is he then said, "Hey, if you get 3 of your friends to sign up, you're going to get a discount coupon to this product," right? And because of that, people started sharing because they wanted to have that product, because they already saw the sales page, but maybe it was too expensive for them, but they still wanted to have it. So they started sharing in order to get that discount coupon. But because he actually used the discount coupon, he was able to track exactly how many sales he generated from this campaign. And he did actually 2 different UpViral campaigns during his launch. One was actually right before as a pre-launch, and one was during his sales campaign with the exact retargeting ad that I just talked about. And altogether, like the first campaign, he did just over 19,000, close to 20,000 in extra sales. These are the kind of sales that are being generated with the coupon code that he handed out using UpViral. And then during the campaign, another $18,500. So altogether, he did over $38,000 in revenue. So this is not just about building email addresses or building up an email list anymore, right? He's actually using this to generate more sales by getting people to share his message with their friends. If they get, if they get their friends to sign up, then they will get the discount coupon. And the discount coupon resulted in more than $38,000 in sales. And this is just one of the many ways you can actually use this, right? Because inside of UpViral, we actually have a community where you can share ideas and share thoughts and all of that. And last week, actually, someone actually showed me a really interesting way of using it as well. So he is actually running a webinar, and he's actually running Facebook ads into his webinar sign-up page. And on his webinar sign-up page, obviously people enter their name and email address. And then right after, he uses UpViral, and he says, "Hey, you want to invite your friends over to this webinar as well?" And then he has an incentive, a bribe that people will actually be able to get if they get their friends to sign up. And he looks at it differently than I do, right? I want to generate free traffic as much as I can. What he actually does is he says, "Hey, usually when I run paid ads to my webinar page, I pay roughly $3 to $4 every single subscriber," right? That's what he usually pays. He says, by using UpViral, I'm adding a 30% extra amount of subscribers. So I'm basically lowering my cost per lead by 20 to 30%. I mean, that's a great way to look at it, right? You can either see it as a system that will add more traffic and add more subscribers to your business, or you can just look at it and make it easier to scale because you're lowering your cost, because you know that every single subscriber that you're going to get is actually resulting in more than one subscriber, like 1.5 or whatever, right? So it's an interesting way of looking at it. So as you can see, there's multiple ways you can actually use this system. Let me just check the chat. Someone's asking about opt-in. That's the tool. It's good that someone reminded me. Thank you. So in the very beginning of this webinar, I'll also promise you a free gift. If you go, you'll see the link at the bottom left right now. If you go to upviral.com/get-opt-in, that's where you get the WordPress plugin opt-in. And opt-in is a tool to allow you to create all kinds of opt-in forms on your website. So for example, a sidebar in your blog, or maybe a pop-up, for example, exit pop-up. So you can just download it there and install it into your WordPress. It's a beta plugin right now. We haven't officially launched it just yet, but because you're here with me on this webinar, you can download that for free. So you see the link on the left-hand side. Someone's asking, can I use it with different businesses? Yes, you can, no problem at all. That's why you can add multiple domain names as well. So you can have them all on separate domain names, and there's no link between them, if that makes sense. Jesse is asking, hey, does this work well with affiliate marketing? Well, actually, it's funny. So for example, the list that the video that I showed you from Magic, where he got a product from Amazon and he didn't have an audience and he didn't have a website, etc., blah, blah, blah. And he then got a list of 100,000 email subscribers. Now, once you have a list like that, you can do whatever you want. You can send out email promotions to affiliate products. That's fine as well. Like, it's all about building up your list, and then you can leverage that. Now, what I don't want you to do is start spamming affiliate links to them, right? That's not the smart way to do. What you should do is build a relationship and then send out products that they want to have. It doesn't matter whether it's your own product or an affiliate product. It's just, send them products that they might want to have. So once you have that email list, I mean, I think that a lot of people are actually doing that, just sending affiliate offers to their email list. So yeah, you can definitely use it for that. So, all right, I think this is going to be it. I'm about to refresh the page. So I think this also marks the end of this webinar, right? So if you're on the fence, I really want to urge you to get in right now while the offer is still open and while you can still be one of the first 20. So I'm going to close it down in just a few seconds. So I want to thank everyone for coming. And right now, I really just head over to upviral.com/webinar special. That is upviral.com/webinar special, and that's where you can get access to UpViral. So you're going to get the 1-year UpViral Pro account. You're going to get the Viral Foundation course. You're going to get our psychology hacking course. You're going to get our viral campaign course. You're going to get our email follow-up recipe course, a traffic mastery course, a split optimization course, and what I didn't even mention, you'll also be part of our community where we share ideas and help each other to grow our business using UpViral. And if you get in right now, you're also going to get our 3 in-depth case studies. You're going to get the ultimate price reward guide, and you're going to get the free traffic into your custom contest, assuming you're one of the first 20. And if right now you're going to get in right now, you're going to be in. Let me just see. No way. 19. All right. Who fills the last spot? Just say me right now. Say me if you want to take the last spot. Just give me a me in the chat if you want to take the last spot of those first 20. Just give me a me so I know who's going to be first. Give me a me. The link for opt-in is upviral.com/get-opt-in. Give me a me if you want to be the last one to take that last spot for the special offer. And other than that, I just want to thank everyone for joining me on this call. Just scrolling through the last couple of questions. All right. I was just reading through some comments. Sorry for the wait. All right, so I'm not sure if there's a bit of delay or anything like that, but that one spot is still open. There's 19 to go now. And someone is asking about the link for opt-in. It's upviral.com/get-opt-in. upviral.com/get-opt-in. Andrea asks, like, if you're going to get access right now, are you going to be one of the first 20? Yes, if you're going to get access right now, you're going to be one of the first 20. You're going to get access, or during this call, you know what? Let's just make it fair. I'm going to be on for another 1 minute or so. In 1 minute, I'm going to stop. Everyone who gets access between now and the 1 minute, like by the end of this webinar, you're still going to be one of the first 20. Even if it's 23 or 22, no problem. Like, if you're going to get access right now before the end of this webinar, you're going to get that special bonus offer as well. So with that having said, this is your last chance, because I'm literally about to log off right now. This is not something, you know, a trick or whatever. I'm seriously, I think we spent a lot of time here. I hope you all enjoyed this training call. So that having said, if you want to get access, you will have to go to upviral.com/webinar special right now. You'll have around 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, everyone. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all soon. Let me just. All right, I wanted to close it down, but it's actually. Now you should be seeing me. Hey there. So, all right, thanks everyone. Talk to you soon.